Well, hello. Here I go again. It's the old git here to let you know about another one of my little rants. This is not a little rant, this is a proper rant. And I'm really getting tired of seeing and hearing about it. Now, I'm going to talk about antisocial behaviour, and it's completely on the rise. And it's terrible. I mean, we talk about British families who are traditionally small with two parents and one or two children. But however, the pattern's changing and fewer people marry. Relationships with extended family are different depending on each family. And in the UK, it's very rare for generations to live in the same home. Uh, and all this wokeness that's going around, woke. You know what woke meant to me when I was a kid? I woke up this morning. I mean, that's what it was all about. What was it like in the 60s? How were we in the 60s? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to just spring this straight on you because the 60s was a different time. As a different time. How was it when we were kids and why we were so good? We weren't good, we were naughty at times, but what's happening now is absolutely ridiculous. What's this? So as you see there, that's how it was in the swinging 60s, eh? Pretty good. As I said before, what I have said before many times, we weren't angels. We did get in trouble now and then, but we were more naughty. We were more naughty than say bad like this is now. I mean, so what's changed? What's changing, and why are we producing generations of unruly, self-centered, misbehaving and non-caring kids? We're still inventing psychological and mental illness for their bad behaviour to excuse it. We've looked at the 60s, but even in the 50s, things were so much better. So there you go. The 50s with the beatniks and the bouffon d'air and all the rest of it. There you could see they were having a great time, enjoying themselves, dancing in all ages. And if you, I don't know if you noticed right at the back, right in the back, it said on the top of the door, children's room. I mean, pubs and clubs were different there. There were places where you went for a social gathering. It was good. But you know, even in them days, people, they never got up to no good. There was always the villain here and there, but like the guy there's always one, and one kept on kissing his girl. Well, there you go. That's how it is, and that's how it was. So I don't know, Now, I just must say though, before we go any further, that some kids do have real issues and they do really need help. But generally, a lot of these things that go on are not good. Now, why do the kids behave so badly? I mean, things like this.
Yeah, this is where it happens.
What idiots.
It looks like they're arguing about something. Maybe.
There's the one guy not wanting it to
Yeah.
happen.
Look, they're filming it.
Sleep.
Oh god. It's running away. It's
Imagine,
disgusting, man.
imagine if it had actually blown up right next to him.
What scum, man.
I think it's absolutely terrible, don't you? A poor homeless person trying to get some sleep, probably cold, damp. not very well, sleeping in a subway, and along come three yobs and they do that. I mean, these are the kind of things that we would have never done in our day. Well, I certainly wouldn't. And it's terrible, terrible. So why is it happening? Why do these things keep happening? I mean, let's look at it this way. There's so many now single parent households, and they've risen over the years, and although some single parents do their very best to bring up their kids, there are many others that don't care how their kids are raised, as long as they can claim benefits for the kids and sit at home smoking and drinking and watching daytime TV whilst their kids create havoc in their local community, simply like they do, like this. Also, many of the parents have never worked and don't install the work ethic into their offspring. These parents use the same excuse for not working. I have mental health problems. Pattern forming here, don't you think? Well, never mind. I know married couples who've played the benefit system for many years, and they have a very comfortable life. And again, same story. I'm the carer for my partner, who, yes, you've guessed it, has mental health problems. But then they go out and buy and sell drugs and subsidise their taxpayer-funded handout, and some get involved in low-level criminal activity, like this. there you go. But you must remember though, there are genuine people who need the help. But they get tarred with the same brush and are often left behind because of the scroungers who know how to play the system. Whereas these people who are genuine end up getting a lot less and being more stressed. So we mustn't forget that there are people that really do need help. And these kids, they get kicked out to the school each day, where instead of being taught the academic subjects like the 3 R's, which we had, reading, writing, arithmetic, and we used to call them the 3 R's, their head is filled with absolute woke rubbish and told there are loads of different genders, boys can wear skirts, girls can identify as boys, and more. Confused? I am. But what is worse, neither from the parents or the teachers is any real discipline taught or carried out. Can't hurt the little darlings, you might hurt their feelings and they'll invent another mental health problem for them. So when kids go off the rails, who do you blame? Not the kids, not the government. It's the responsibility of the most influential, that's a big word for me, influential entities in their early life. And who's that? But what happened when we were kids? How did we get treated? How did we get disciplined? Well, I mean, this was it, wasn't it? Now, as we spoke about a little earlier about capital punishment, about discipline in schools and at home, there doesn't seem to be any. And what you're looking at now is how it used to be in my day. When I used to go to school, if you were bad, you would get the cane or you'd get some form of punishment that you were afraid of, and it taught you respect. I'm not saying or suggesting that teachers should be brutal with children, they shouldn't, and it should be controlled and it should be only given in extreme cases, but it didn't do me any harm, and I know a lot of people will agree with me. Today there's absolutely no discipline anywhere at all, in schools, in the street, with their parents, with any form of authoritarianism their children seem to kick up against because they can. So I'm saying it shouldn't have to be as brutal as it's seen in this film, but it went on and it taught you respect, and it was a deterrent and shouldn't be used as a general thing, but should be considered in certain circumstances to bring these children into line. They have to get discipline and control from. So you see, when we were kids we got discipline. I know that capital punishment is not probably the best thing, but probably right now we kind of need some. We need it to happen, because these kids are growing up to be complete morons, and morons are going to breed more morons, and worse morons than the last morons. It's terrible. It really is. I shouldn't make light of it because, you know, it's not good. I mean, first and foremost, parents, bad kids. And second, the education system get back to teaching the academic subjects, teaching the strong discipline in the schools like we had. Yeah, I don't mean you should go as far, but I believe that caning or some kind of physical threat upon the kid might make them behave a bit better. But you know, at the moment it looks like it's gone too far. So look at the first port of call for me is the parents. Get off your backsides. Show your children you are somebody. Install the work ethic into them. And try and make them responsible people, because right now you're not. Not are you only the laughingstock and the scourge of your communities, you become the laughingstock of Europe and probably the world for being the way that you are. Look at a lot of people that came to the countries in the 50s and 60s, as I can remember. A lot of their kids have gone off to university, they've become doctors, they've become accountants, they've got businesses, they run shops, they've bought properties. Well, you still sit on your backside, drinking your cheap lager, smoking your roll-up cigarettes, and what else do you do? Chuck your kids out in the morning and let somebody else deal with them. Well, you reap what you sow. And schools, have got to stop teaching all the woke rubbish, mixing everything up for the kids, and just teach them in an academic way. Teach them about things that they would need to have and qualifications they would need to have to leave the school and go to university or school or apprenticeship or whatever it is they need to do. I'm telling you, the old git is telling you that Britain is becoming the dustbin of the world. And you know who's letting it happen? You. You let it happen because you can't get off your backside and get a job. Okay? Now, the old git Sadie rant, and I'm gone. See you next time. Don't forget, get on the case.